when it comes to penis enlargement, I always use Extends. Go to extends.com to get, oh boy. So here's definitely a hot trick you could do to impress the lady friend at the school function. So here you have a deck. This deck could be mixed legitimately, not one of those fancy magician, one of these over the top magician shuffles that shows absolutely everyone that you have never seen a vagina. But here you have the deck legitimately shuffled and cut by a participant, if you so wish. And you tell the spectator or the participant that we're actually going to go through a little bit of an experiment here in mind reading. So you tell the spectator that they're going to cut off, they're going to cut off a reasonable portion of the cards and turn it over on the deck, just like I did. Of course, you do that just to show them that you're going to do that. And you tell them to go ahead and cut deeper because you don't want them to cut into your face-up pile here. So they cut deeper and they turn it over on top of your hand. And you go, oh, so fair choice right there. Let's just be clear here. You could have cut to any one of these cards, but you cut to this one in particular. You cut to that one. I'll tell you what, we'll do it with you, sir. You do me a favor, put the 7-year-old down. They could walk, yeah, and cut the deck, but cut even deeper, so you don't cut into the face-up portion here. So this person, again, freely shuffled cards. They cut even deeper, and they happen to cut right here to this card. Again, another free choice. And if you want, this can go on ad infinitum. And this spectator has the 3 of diamonds, and this one has the 9 of spades. And then you go, oh, here's the mind reading portion. Sir, ma'am, I'm sorry, ma'am, it happens. Let me just think of your card here. Of course, there's no way that I could see this card, but I go, oh, just think of your card. Say it over and over in your head. Oh, 3 of diamonds. That's it. Yeah, you're easy. You're easy. You need to have a little bit of help with that. And you, sir, you have a card in mind. I'll tell you what, we'll do it this way. You try to touch my finger, and I'll see what I can get. And the spectator, of course, puts their finger out like this, and you go, hey, I'm going to touch your finger, sir. Yeah, and you name, of course, the 9 of spades, and they ejaculate. So that's a trick. It's not really much of a trick as it is an idea that I think you could use to force effectively a small group of cards, or to do some sort of mind reading, or to make the spectator pick a card, a group of cards, make a bunch of spectators pick a group of cards. So this, if you haven't recognized it, is the cut deeper force, which is my emo band name in middle school. So this is by Ed Balducci, a wondrous gentleman, and he is the person to thank for this amazing yet easy and simple force. Yet, why am I not just thanking him? Because there's also some touches by your boy and mine, my nigga, Ed Marlowe. Yeah, that's right, Ed Marlowe has some hot touches on this particular move in terms of doing a continuous cut deeper force. So not just doing a cut deeper force, but doing a cut deeper force to several people. So you give them the hot props they deserve, although it would have to be from the afterlife, because they are no longer in the living realm. They died a while ago. So here's what you do. You have the deck shuffled and cut and mixed by a participant. And then after your conversation about why you have not yet ever seen the touch of a woman, you peek at the top card. And I've spoken about this peek before, but here's my favorite top card peek. You ready? You do a dribble. No, not like basketball. But you dribble the cards in your hands, and you just look at the lower left corner here as you dribble the cards. And you're going to be able just to glimpse at the top card. Let me do that in super. We'll do Argentinian slow motion, because there's nothing that I love more than a good Argentinian oppression, government oppression. There's nothing I love more than a good Argentinian government oppression slow motion. So here it is. Yeah, that's hot. That's what I'm talking about. So you're just literally peeking at the lower left corner here and noting what the top card is. In this case, it's the let's see how if we could. It's the Queen of Clubs. It's the Queen of Clubs. So that card is memorized by you, and you tell the spectator that you're going to have them cut off a reasonable portion of cards and to turn it face up on the deck. Of course, what you're doing there is the first phase of the cut deeper force. Usually, the way I've seen this written up and the way I've seen this done is that you have the spectator cut and flip over this first packet, and then you have them cut deeper. See the name? You have them cut deeper and then turn over that. See, I don't like that procedure. I don't like it. So the first phase here is done by me because I'm showing them what I want them to do. You see the difference there. So that's the hot tip by Ed Marlowe. That's the good Marlowe touch, as they say. Not the one his wife got. Man, it's getting harder. Like Marlowe when his. All right, so here you tell them to cut deeper as to not cut into your face-up portion here. So they cut deeper, and they turn over this pile. And guess what? Because you've done it twice, the first face-down card is going to be the top card, the original top card here, the Queen of Clubs, which is perfect because you didn't peek at the second card. You peeked at the top card here. So you peek at the Queen of Clubs, and you say, oh, I don't want to see this card here. That goes to you. But guess what? While this is happening, you take a nice little gander at this first face-up card here because that's going to be the next card that is going to be turned over when they do the turnover for the force. It's, man, oh boy, the ingenuity here deserves a pickcake.me Patreon. Man, you should really just find me and suck on my dick. So here's the next bit here. You peek at this card, and that's going to be the next card that is going to be in the process here. So as you're dealing this card, you're peeking this card all the way to the left of the right-handed packet, and you tell the next participant to cut deeper, even deeper, and flip this pile over. Of course, when they do that, that card is going to be the card that you happen to peek at, the King of Clubs. Of course, they don't know that you know this. And this could go on until either both participants are dead or they just leave, much like everyone in your life. So you could do that until you're done, until you don't want to do that anymore. But you could keep peeking at this card and have them cut deeper, and you could do that. But here is simple enough because you have two cards that you've effectively forced, and now you know the identity, so you could reveal them in whatever way you want, whether that's with the Vulcan Mind Meld, where you just touch them in the head and you get their thoughts, or you could touch them, you could finally feel the warm touch of another human being. Whatever it is that you want, but ultimately you have a very effective card force, multiple card force, that you could take to your next party and be the life of it, and tell them Pig Cake sent you, and they'll know the secret, and then you won't be as special anymore. Oh boy, you practice that. I'm gonna go figure out different ways to use a memory card reader. When I see you again, 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 when I see you again.